you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything that's more about me is in the description below. If you can, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take the residence and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. Okay. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. It is a good idea to have an empty cup when you already know this chart. You really want to see what's up. Okay. Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe you know to come on by and subscribe to the channel so they can be triggered to these spiritual notifications. Okay. All right. Hope you all are doing wonderful and feeling great. Receiving these messages for your highest good. Okay. There are no other intentions on this channel but to inspire and motivate. May you find the spark within yourself. Okay. And pivot in your own direction at your own time that is best for you. Not for me, but for you. Okay. There is nothing more or less taking place on this channel. Thank you for being here. Okay. Okay, the first card that I have here, collective, oh boy, I picked up on this energy earlier, is false person. Okay, number 8. There could be someone who is being false around you, not being themselves, maybe not telling the truth. There could be someone who has a habit. This is someone who's a habitual liar. Someone who has a habit, an addiction to just not being honest. You know, people may know this about this person. Okay, they like to tell lies. You know, they like to, they get off, collective. They kind of become excited whenever they are able to tell a lie and get people to actually believe in the lie. This person actually gets off. They get excited. They get some kind of pleasure out of lying. Okay, they're being revealed today. Yes, they are. Next card we have here is number 32, fear and stress. So this person may be lying out of fear. Usually when people do lie, it could be, most of the time it's because they are fearing something. Doesn't matter what it is. So this person could be maybe in fear, you know, of living in their true authenticity, of being themselves, you know. They could be in fear of that. This could be someone who has lied their entire life. I'm hearing even as a small child, okay, this is something that they are used to and accustomed to doing, okay. This person may come off with number 2, main female, okay? This person may come off as someone who's very wise and knows it all, or they pretend to know it all. Or with the owl here, you know, owls are very intelligent. They're very smart, very wise. You know, they can see in the dark. So this person may be someone who likes to give off the image that they are affiliated in a particular special way, just to get attention. This is someone, collective, who likes to pretend that they have connections that other people don't have, or go through me. It's like, I can help you get that, but go through me. I know where that's at. You know, they want to be the source and the end all, bend all, and every end all, bend all, end all, be all in people's lives. Doesn't matter what it's pertaining. They're the type to assert themselves in a conversation, and they can know nothing about what's being talked about. But I got connections. I know someone. So this person, they look for validation through people outside of them. Okay. Because this is someone who constantly seeks validation from people outside of them. This person with number 9, change here, feels that this will bring about some kind of change, but I'm picking up that this person is someone who is, you know, they're very unhappy, okay? They may be someone who has a lot of materialism. They may be someone who has, when it comes to money, they may be someone who has a lot of money, but they're still unhappy, Spirit is saying. They have been lying their entire life. This is something they have, it's learned behavior, maybe through their upbringing. Maybe they saw a parental figure or a guardian or an older sibling or something do this, and they picked up the habit of telling lies. But they do this under the impression that it's going to bring about some change, and it has not. It has not. It has really left them in limbo, in the feeling of everything being up in the air, feeling unstable, feeling insecure. Now, this is someone who just gets off on lying. Okay. This person is very concerned with honor and success here, of being validated, and they want to, and they feel they can receive some kind of success. With change here, they feel they can receive some kind of success from lying to people. But this is someone who cannot be trusted. I picked this up earlier in a reading as well. I think that's connected into regarding this person that is false, not being honest, they can't be trusted. This person is trying to avoid a change in their life, a transformation with the butterfly here, or a metaphor, a metamorphosis periodically. They use these lies to avoid some particular change happening, and that change is the idea of being in fear, as I said earlier, of living in their authenticity, of being their original self, because this certain person is very concerned about how people feel about them, what people are saying or thinking when it comes to them and their reputation. This is someone very concerned with the outside and not the inside. This is also someone who is not spiritually inclined or in tune. This is someone who has a lot of superficial beliefs. They are not connected. They are not spiritually in tune. This is someone who does not receive downloads. And collective, there are people who are not receiving downloads. We all have gifts, but it's up to us individually in our own time to tap into our gifts. This is someone who does not. They want to resist the change. Source is trying to navigate them towards change. They want to resist it. They are in fear of living as their true self. They feel like they won't be accepted. They feel like they won't fit in. They're in fear of what it will be like. They don't know what it's like, but they're still in fear of it. I know, makes no sense, right? But to them, it does. It does. When unbeknownst to them, they don't know that if they were to move, if they would stop boxing with Source, stop boxing with God, and accept this metamorphosis, accept this change here, there will be more comfort in their life. There will be less anxiety in their lives. It's easier to be your authentic self. It's easier to be original. You don't have to hide. You can just be you. It's like meeting someone with no makeup on versus wearing makeup later on down the line, maybe a year or two after being around or dating this person, whatever. It's more comfortable and easier to be in your original state. It feels good. It's positive. It makes you more relaxed. You're more at peace. There's less anxiety. Just using that as an example. You can wear whatever you want to wear. But what this person does not know, that if they were to accept this transformation, the anxiety will leave their life. As I'm picking up, this person is very constantly anxious and full of anxiety and worry and frustration. They don't know that happiness is on the other side, is on the side, of standing and living in their authenticity, being their true selves. This person has so much activity going on, as I said. They are not spiritually connected. They are not receiving downloads. This could be someone who would tell you they don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. To each his own, we have free will to believe and practice and engage in whatever we choose to. All are welcome on this channel. But this is someone who would tell you this. And you probably would look at them like, what? You might have a little judgment look. We all have judgment looks sometimes. We know we shouldn't, but we do. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. This person stays in their thoughts. Like I said, full of anxiety. Their emotions are up and down. They're very unstable. No matter how they may come off to you. And there's that butterfly again. Source is trying to get them to undergo a change, the metamorphosis. There it is again. They are resisting it. They are saying, no, no way, no way. If they were to accept this transformation, they could even have a good outcome when it comes to love, their love life. There's so much positive energy waiting for this person on the other end. This could be your energy collective or someone around you. Okay? If this is your energy, you don't have to get upset at the read. Just take it as positive inspiration. The Spirit is saying if you accept this transformation in your life, there's a lot of good things, especially when it comes to love. Okay? You know, when things are unfamiliar or the word change is mentioned, people become very anxious and full of anxiety, or there's an energy of resistance, because the word change is associated with some form or level of work that has to be done. And humans do not like to think about the word W-O-R-K. So much I had to spell it. There is so much to gain if this person was to stand in their authenticity and allow things to change. Realize they don't have to lie. They don't have to be in fear of anything. But there is so much positivity to gain. To just be themselves. Stop trying to control everything, every outcome. Trust and learn that there's a higher power working on their behalf. And receive the gift of living in your truth. Spirit is saying it's time to have that conversation with your higher self collective, or it's time for them to have that conversation. Even if you got to stand in the mirror and do it. I surrender all the lies I've been telling. I choose to move forward and be my true authentic self. I am ready to go down this path. I am surrendering and releasing the opinions of others. I no longer seek validation from others. I am enough. And I choose to move forward. This concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.